we're Group 1, and our IPO project was on GoPro. My name is Ryan.
My name is Ying.
My name is Kento.
My name is Jingyi.
My name is Paula, and I hope you enjoy our presentation. Now please watch a short video of GoPro.
My name is Ryan, and I'm going to discuss the beginnings of GoPro. Nick Woodman originally founded GoPro as Woodman Labs, Inc. Woodman was motivated by his own personal experiences to create an action camera company. Nick was frustrated that there was not reasonable amateur equipment he could buy to film himself and his friends surfing. The only equipment that was able to produce the quality action shots that Nick desired was professional equipment. This equipment was pricey and not available to the average user. Nick wanted to create an action camera that was sturdy, waterproof, and was easily mobile. Nick wanted to create a professional quality camera that was affordable. The company was founded in 2002. Nick sold bread and seashell bells that he made to help raise funds for GoPro. Additionally, Nick's parents also invested $230,000 into the company to make up the majority of GoPro initial funding. GoPro's first camera was released in 2004, the 35mm GoPro Hero. GoPro sold a respectable $150,000 worth of cameras in its first year of sales. 2 years later, in 2006, GoPro developed its first digital camera, the Digital Hero. The camera had the capability of capturing 10 seconds of continuous digital footage. The company has since continued to significantly develop and evolve. GoPro's current camera, the Hero 6, can capture 4K footage in 60 FPS. GoPro has several different products available. GoPro's cameras currently available are the Hero 5, Hero 6, the Fusion, and the Hero Session. The Hero Session is the smallest camera from the GoPro line. The camera starts at $149.99. The Hero 6 is the most powerful camera offered by GoPro. The Hero 6 contains the GPL chip that produces twice the performance of the Hero 5. The camera shoots 4K quality in 60 FPS. The Fusion is a system that has cameras on both ends of the product. This enables the system to shoot 360-degree views. GoPro also develops apps and software that integrates into their products. Videos shot on your GoPro cameras can automatically be uploaded to your cell phone or computer. GoPro software includes editing tools to allow you to manipulate the footage you shot until it is to your desire. GoPro created a drone called the Karma. The drone is compatible with the Hero 4 through the Hero 6. The drone costs $800 and is seen by the company as a desirable tool in getting the ultimate shot. GoPro also sells a wide array of camera accessories. These products include product mounts, extension poles, memory cards, rechargeable batteries, and different products to maximize the value of the GoPro. Cameras such as floaties for your cameras. GoPro also uploads content to its YouTube channel that demonstrates the capability of its products. GoPro had several different reasons for an IPO. GoPro had a large loan with a remaining principal balance of $110 million. It was the desire of the company to pay off the remaining balance of the loan. The company would then no longer have to pay the interest expense. GoPro also had a strong desire to expand into emerging technologies. The company wanted to expand into broadcasting content. GoPro wanted to develop a platform in which the content its products produce would be uploaded. The media platform would begin to become a major source of the company's revenue. GoPro also wanted funding to purchase companies. GoPro would acquire these companies for their technology. The technology would help to advance GoPro's products. GoPro desired to acquire companies that would keep the company and its products at the forefront of innovation. An IPO would provide GoPro with the financial freedom to take these actions without taking a loan. GoPro would have the necessary funds to continue to evolve its business with the formation of a media platform and expanding its technology. GoPro used the funds for several different purposes. GoPro paid off their corporate loan. GoPro has made several acquisitions, such as Stupaflex, Vemory, Skybotics, Replay, and Splice. The acquisition of these companies has been integral in the development of GoPro software. GoPro has produced several different apps that integrate with its hardware. The company has also taken steps in becoming the broadcasting company it intends to be. GoPro now produces broadcasting systems that live viewers can watch. GoPro has a highly regarded YouTube channel where it uploads content and will continue to evolve. GoPro has also created its first drone called the Karma. The Karma is able to obtain shots that would be impossible without a drone. GoPro used its IPO funds to develop its technology through acquisitions, improve their existing products, and begin to build its media platform.
Hello everyone, I'm Yin. I'm going to talk about the major contents of GoPro's S1 filing and some highlights. The SEC Form S1 is the initial registration form for new security required by the SEC for public companies. And here are the major contents of GoPro's Form S1, which provided important information that investors should consider before investing in their Class A common stock. Next, I will mainly talk about some highlights of GoPro's S1 filing. GoPro expects to use the net proceeds from this offering for general corporate purpose, including working capital, and to fully repay their term loan under their credit facility, which had an outstanding balance of $111 million as of March 31st in 2014. They may also use a portion of the net proceeds to acquire or invest in complementary business, technologies, or assets. They will not receive any of the proceeds from the sale of shares by the selling stockholders. For dividends, GoPro currently intends to retain any future earnings to finance the operation and expansion of their business, and they do not expect to declare or pay any dividends in the foreseeable future. As a result, investors may only receive a return on their investment in GoPro's Class A common stock if the market price of their Class A common stock increases. GoPro's consolidated statement of operation data are presented below. Their revenue has been generated from the sale of cameras and accessories. In 2011, 2012, and 2013, and the 3 months ended March 31st in 2014, GoPro generated revenue of $234.2 million, $526 million, $985.7 million, and $235.7 million, and reported net income of $24.6 million, $32.3 million, $60.6 million, and $11 million, respectively. We can see the changes from these charts. GoPro's revenue for 2013 nearly doubled what is reported for the same period in 2012. Same as the net income. Their 2013 revenue increased compared to 2012 as a result of an increase in accessories they shipped outside of units shipped. GoPro's sales strategy initially targeted independent specialty retailers focused on action sports market, which they believe it helped to establish the authenticity of their brand. Also, GoPro faces potential challenge that could limit their ability to take advantage of these opportunities, including the risk that they may not be able to continue to develop and introduce new products and attract new customers. They do not expect to sustain or increase their revenue growth rates. In addition, GoPro relies on a small number of retailer and distributor customers for a significant portion of their revenue. GoPro's consolidated balance sheet data as of March 31st in 2014 are presented below. It is on 3 bases. The first basis is actual basis. The second basis is an pro forma basis, which is to reflect the conversion of all outstanding shares of their redeemable convertible preferred stock into shares of their Class B common stock. The third basis is on a pro forma basis as adjusted basis. For GoPro's taxes, their income tax expenses for the 3 months ended March 31st in 2014 was $3.9 million, compared to the $10 million for the same period in 2013. Their effective tax rate for the 3 months ended March 31st in 2014 was lower than for the same period in 2013, and the federal statutory rate of 35%. Primarily due to the expansion of their operation into international jurisdictions that have lower overall statutory tax rates. GoPro has experienced rapid growth over the last several years. They increased their total number of full-time employees from 49 as of December 31st in 2010 to 718 as of March 31st in 2014. They shipped 3.8 million camera units during 2013, earning the company $133.7 million. Also, they have a sales network of more than 25,000 stores globally. For intellectual property, as of the date of this filing, GoPro had 42 issued patents and 68 patent applications pending in the US, and 15 corresponding issued patents and 12 patent applications pending in foreign countries. GoPro's growth strategy would be introducing more and better cameras, developing better video editing and sharing tools, beginning selling advertisements and sponsorships around GoPro video, marketing mounted camera to new sports verticals, opening more international markets, enlarging on in-store marketing presence, and becoming a media company. The risk of GoPro would be similar products in the markets and the continued service of their CEO, Nicholas Woodman, who is critical to the strategic direction and overall management of GoPro, as well as their research and development process.
This is Kento. I will talk about general IPO process and SEC comments and major subsequent amendments. Let's review the general IPO process. First of all, company needs to build strong IPO team, including underwriters, attorney, accounting experts. Second, company prepares preliminary prospectus that doesn't include any actual numbers of share and the price. It's also called red herring, since it contains red warning stating it's still reviewed by SEC. Next, finalize the offering price. Pricing for IPO is pretty complex. Underwriters sets price considering a lot of elements such as projected public demand, comparison with other competitors, future growth projections. Next, company provides presentation videos to promote IPO. It's called roadshow. In this stage, GoPro uses free writing prospectus, which is any written communication to sell their securities. GoPro wrote about Loyal 3, which is pretty interesting and I will cover in the next slide. After filing prospectus, SEC gives quiet period for an issuer, which prohibits company to provide any information that is not stated in prospectus, since they can intentionally inflate the stock price with selective information and hype-driven promotion. Let's look at the Loyal 3. GoPro uses Loyal 3 to include fans and customers in its IPO. What does this mean? GoPro cooperates with Loyal 3, that is an investment broker company in San Francisco, and their services enable new investors to purchase small portion of stock, even fraction of stock, with zero commission fee. GoPro pays commission fee to Loyal 3, and Loyal 3 charges no fee to individual investors. Then these small investors will care more about the GoPro with their stock. Who benefits in this cycle? Perhaps every party. Since GoPro's business heavily relies on public consumers, and GoPro wants them to be loyal customers, and eventually GoPro wants them to become future public sales force, influence their friends by sharing how cool GoPro's pictures and videos are on social medias. This is the overall GoPro IPO timeline. It took about more than 4 months until SEC gave notice of effectiveness since GoPro's first S1 draft on February 7th. Notice here, GoPro does not directly respond to SEC, but a law firm called Fenwick & West as a third-party IPO expert, always represented for GoPro's actions and explanations to SEC. At the same time that GoPro filed S1 on May 19, PwC provided consensus on GoPro's registration statements. And GoPro made underwriting agreements with JP Morgan, Citigroup, and Barclays as a joint book running manager. That means that they have ultimate responsibility for selling 17 million shares of stock to the public. However, 1.5 of total shares are allocated to Loyal 3 for individual investors. GoPro paid $25 million of commission fee to underwriters, which is 5% of total offering amount. Let's look at the SEC deficiency comments. On the first chart, SEC provided 48 comments and GoPro responded on very timely fashion, taking only about 10 days each time. On the second and third chart, we categorized which area SEC gave comments and also how GoPro responded to SEC comments. We can see that SEC was focusing on financial information on the prospectus summary, MD&A, and financial statements that the future investors will probably care the most. We can also see that how GoPro was being obedient to SEC by a 70% of revision rate responding to SEC. GoPro had only twice of corresponding dialogue because GoPro was flexible and effective to SEC comments. These three dialogues between SEC and GoPros are examples of how GoPro responded by revising draft of S1. The first SEC comment is telling GoPro to explicitly state that GoPro does not generate any revenue from social engagement, and GoPro explicitly disclosed after this comment. On the second comment, SEC is asking GoPro why GoPro does not disclose the impact of accessory sales on revenue page, but just refer to other pages for accessory sales. GoPro responded by revising disclosure by including accessory sales on revenue page. Last comment, SEC also told GoPro to disclose more factorial information on the footnote, and GoPro revised the disclosure following SEC comments. Now let's take a look at the major amendment on S1A. The most important amendment is the stock price, the number of shares, and registration fees. The GoPro's unique amendments are related person transactions, newly appointed managements, and employee severance benefits, and subsequent events. Let's take a look at some of these. GoPro updated related person transactions on footnotes by disclosing his children and stepfather as the dividend recipients and the amount received. Also, GoPro updated the management sections. The new president is hired from Microsoft's executives. In this decision, we can see the GoPro is trying to expand their businesses to media and other tech fields by hiring executives from other companies such as Microsoft. Lastly, after S1 filing, GoPro disclosed subsequent event that they announced the new issued revenue recognition standard settled 2014 May will be effective after 2017 January, and GoPro is assessing the impact of adopting new standards. Please check other amendments as well for your understanding.
Hi, my name is Paula. I'm going to talk about accounting issues. GoPro consolidation financial data are for the years ended December 31st, 2011, 12, and 13, and the balance sheet data as of December 31st, 2013 from our audited consolidated financial statements included in the prospectus. The company's fiscal year ends on December 31st. The company has reclassified certain amounts from its previous issue consolidated financial statement. General and administrative expenses are now included in sales and marketing expenses, which amounted to $2.1 million in 2011 and $3.2 million in 2012. In addition, the company has revised its disclosure of advertising costs to include the cost of sponsorship. The company regularly evaluates estimates and assumptions relative to allowance accounts. These estimates are based on historical amounts on various other factors that they believe to be reasonable under the circumstances. The unaudited consolidated financial statements are on the same basis as the audited financial statements and have included all the normal recurring adjustments. It is GoPro's opinion that these financial information set forth in those statements are presented fairly. The historical results are not necessarily indicative of the results that they expect in the future. Summary of significant accounting policies. Cash equivalents consist of short-term, highly liquid investments that are readily convertible to cash and have maturities of 3 months or less from the date of purchase. Cash equivalents consist of money market funds and are stated at cost. Accounts receivable are stated at invoice value less estimated allowances for return and doubtful accounts. The company continued to monitor customer payments and maintain a reserve for estimated losses. In cases where it looks like the customer will have trouble paying, an allowance is recorded against the amount due, thereby reduces the net recognized receivable to the amounts reasonably believed to be collected. Inventories consist of finished good and components parts which are purchased from contract manufacturers. Inventories are stated at the lower of average cost or market on a first-in, first-out basis. The POP displays contain a video display that broadcasts video images taken by GoPro cameras and products placements available on the POP display for cameras and accessories. The company generally provides these POP displays to customers free of charge. The cost of the POP displays, less any fees charged to the customer, are capitalized as a long-term asset. Property and equipment are stated at cost and are depreciated using the straight-line method over the estimated useful life of the assets, ranging from 1 to 7 years. Leasehold improvements are stated at cost and amortized over the shorter the lease term or the expected useful life of the improvements. Property and equipment not yet installed are classified as construction in progress. The company records the total rent expense on a straight-line basis over the term of the lease. The company records the difference between the rent paid and the straight-line rent as a deferred rent liability. Leasehold improvements are included in property and equipment net. Goodwill represents the excess of the purchase price over the fair value of the net tangible and intangible assets acquired in a business combination. Now I'm going to talk about adjusted EBITDA. Adjusted EBITDA is used as a tool to evaluate the core operating performance and trend of the company. It can be useful in measuring period-to-period comparison of the business. It provides useful information to investors and others in understanding and evaluation operating results. Adjusted EBITDA is not prepared in accordance with U.S. GAAP, so it would be used as an alternative measure. Since EBITDA has some limitations, you can consider it included with other financial performance measures. Other companies may calculate adjusted EBITDA differently than we do, so limiting its uselessness as a comparison measure. The next topic is audit issues. All audit services are to be provided to GoPro. Other than minimal non-audited services are provided by their independent registered public accounting firm, which was approved in advance by the audit committee. PricewaterhouseCoopers is the independent auditors. They issued the comfort letter that stated that GoPro financial statements are in accordance with GAAP. There was a correction of an unaudited error during the preparation of the consolidated financial statements for the period ended June 30th, 2014. The company determined that within the consolidated statement of cash flow previously disclosed for the quarter ended March 31st, 2014, net cash provided by the operating activities were understated by $3.2 million, and net cash used for investing activities was understated by the same amount. The company had properly presented its consolidated statements of cash flow for the 9 months ended September 30th, 2014. And determine that this revision is not material to prior periods.
Hi, this is Jingyi. I'm going to talk about GoPro's stock movement. On February 7, 2014, GoPro submitted a confidential filing for an initial public offering with the Securities and Exchange Commission. On May 19, 2014, GoPro filed its S-1 with the SEC without specifying the number of shares or their price. And on June 26, GoPro officially went public. The expected price range was $21 to $24 a share. In fact, GoPro sold 17.8 million shares to initial investors at $24 per share, which is total for $27.2 million. At the IPO price, the company was valued at $2.95 billion. Here is a graph of GoPro's stock movement from June 26, 2014 to September 30, 2017. As we can see, the highest close price was $86.97 per share on September 28, 2014. The lowest close price was $7.77 per share on June 11, 2017. On September 28, 2014, the price reached peak value, and then it fell down in the following 6 months. Then the price went up again in next 3 months, and continued to fall to the present. According to the quarterly and the annually results from 2014 to 2017 quarter 2, here are some important data changes. In 2014, the fourth quarter revenue is $634 million, up 75% versus quarter 4, 2013. Full year revenue is $1.4 billion, up 41% versus 2013. Captured devices shipped is 5.2 million, up 35% versus 2013. This is the year of GoPro's IPO. We can see that there is a really positive influence on the company. In 2015, full year revenue is $1.6 billion, up 16% from 2014. This is the second highest revenue quarter in company history. $6.6 million cameras shipped in 2015, up 27% from 2014. The increase slowed down but still looks good. In 2016, GoPro experienced a GAAP loss of $116 million or $0.82 loss per diluted share in the fourth quarter. Diluted net loss per share is $30.10. GAAP net loss is $419.003 million versus net income equals to $36.131 million in 2015. This year, GoPro's situation is even worse than 2015. Now in 2017, in the first quarter, GoPro's GAAP net income is $111.15 million versus net income which is $107.459 million from quarter 1 2016. In the second quarter, revenue is $296.526 million versus analyst expectations which is $270 million. Operating expenses is $130.615 million. It's less than the outlook which is between $142 million and $146 million. We can see that there is difference between actual data and expectations. Here are some factors that affect GoPro. Competition. GoPro failed to create a social group on media-based products. Actually, GoPro has a social group, but the users upload daily videos that can also be taken by regular digital devices. This is different from its product positioning. Lack of innovation. More brands start to develop sports cameras, but GoPro's new product never have significant promotion. This will lose GoPro's competition in the market. Phase out of brand advertising. Strategic decision would benefit GoPro in the long run. Brands as no longer contribute significant revenue. GoPro made their advertisement attentively, but GoPro is the camera company first focused on sports cameras in the United States. In my opinion, GoPro doesn't need the brand advertising to keep the consumer's loyalty. GoPro can save the cost to other expenses. Price and technical content is not proportional. The price for new product is high, and other brands have similar products in lower price in recent years. Technology. GoPro needs to put more expenses of time and research on new products with significant upgrades and develop variable functions based on the sports cameras they have. GoPro produced a drone called Karma in 2016. Due to users' feedbacks on Karma endurance while using, GoPro had to announce that 2,500 Karma that were shipped would be out recalled. I think GoPro should cooperation with others if it's necessary.
Thank you for watching our IPO presentation on GoPro. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank
you.